Alright, welcome everybody, let's play Sonic 3 on Knuckles. We're here in... I don't know if I'd call this one of my favorite places, but... stage with what's considered to be one of the most overrated video game soundtracks in history. Ice Cap Zone. Nice little boarding intro there. And snow. The reason I can't get out of the snow is because I was pressing the wrong button. But yes, I very much do like the music here, like a lot of people do. That reason being, I think, in the original Sonic 3, this point in the game, this is the second last zone, actually. So, Ice Cap Zone is kind of, once the point at which you've hit that level of things getting serious. And this song, I do like to think, reflects the whole, you have entered serious shit mode thing. Most people seem to just think the song sounds nice, though, which I agree with, too. There's plenty of history to this song. I've been looking forward to talking about this song, because I stumbled upon something very interesting when I was looking at fun stuff about this game earlier on. I'll get to that once I know the special stage, because there is a long story behind it. Get some rings. Oh, thank you. Yeah! 90 rings. That's why people like this particular bonus stage. I want to keep listening to this, but I want to be super at the same time. Darn it. Anyways, so it was long believed that this song was actually basically either inspired by or a cover of a song by Michael Jackson, who I mentioned in the last video, actually. Oh wait, these guys are right here. Don't mess with those enemies. You can kill them with insta-shield, but just leave them alone. I don't remember which songs was believed to be a cover of, though. I believe it was believed to be a mix of something like Smooth Criminal and something else. By the way, this actually continues scrolling vertically forever, which is kind of cool. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, that turns out that's not actually the case. Let's not get crushed. Oh, I can't crush me. See, it turns out that this song is actually a cover of... Oh god, it's so hard to navigate. A cover of, oh, I don't like that. A song called Hard Times by a band that few people know of, called the Jetsons, with a Z. This band, was going to release an album, and they made a lot of music for that album, actually. But for whatever reason, they ended up breaking up and never releasing that album. So, Brad Buxer, the keyboardist for this here, the keyboardist for the Jetsons, ended up going off and doing plenty of other things with his life. Worked with lots of big names in the music industry, actually. Can't really name any of them right now. One of them being Michael Jackson, actually. He was a musical director for Michael Jackson at one point. But, more than anything, I would like to point out that he actually played a part in the music for this game, for Sonic 3. Now, he was actually one who composed Ice Cap Zone music, I believe. Ah, darn, I lost my shield while super, that sucks. So it turns out that it was discovered many years later after the song, or the album actually of the Jetsons that was never released, was actually released to the public by some kind of record company. I'm not sure which record company it was. It was discovered that this song was actually a cover of the song Hard Times on that particular album by that particular band, the Jetsons. So, something I find to be very interesting about at the same time is, though, people say that this sounds a lot like Michael Jackson's music. Well, this, in reality, is just a cover of some other song. And by extension, you're kind of saying that that song sounds like Michael Jackson. But, see, the thing is... I'm just saying something kind of stupid at the same time, but... see, Brad Buxer didn't end up being Michael Jackson's musical director at the for a while. So I think it's kind of interesting to see how people say that this sounds like something Michael Jackson would have made, whereas it would be more to see the other way around, that sort of Brad Buxer having some kind of musical influence on Michael Jackson, maybe, maybe not. It could be more the other way around with Michael Jackson's music sounding somewhat like the Jetsons' music instead. And then if you went really far with it, you could say that it's not that Ice Cap's own song sounds like Michael Jackson music, it's Michael Jackson's music sounds like Ice Cap's own song. Oh no! No. That's a bit of a stretch, though. Yes, it's a bit crazy to find out that there's such a long story behind such a little song, isn't it? Let's hit you. I'd like to hit you. Oops. Go away. But yes. Well, what are the scoring A, B, and all that? I still think it's a nice song. Nice song for a decent level. I like this level in that it's actually challenging, but it doesn't absolutely hate you like so many other levels do. It's not complete dick to you like Marble Garden and Carnival Night Zones are. Yeah, Carnival Night, not Carnival. Oh darn, I should have picked that up. Should have saved that for after the act ended. So I do think that this place is kind of fun. Although, the atmosphere being the way it is probably a very, very large part of that. Look. Empty ice thing. You know, it's actually possible to break the objects inside of ice without breaking the ice, oddly enough. You go away. It's really hard to do, though. Because you need to be spin dashing at a very high speed at the item box for that to happen. But it is possible. Roll everywhere. Has a nice sense of flow, too, all the time. And when that flow gets broken with you running to a wall or something, it's just you running to a wall or something. It's not usually with you slamming your face into something and losing all your rings and getting pissed off. So it has those things I like a Sonic game to have. A 2D Sonic game. Do you get stuck in that snow? I don't remember that. It's kind of cool. So there's one more thing for you to touch upon, actually, now that I've talked about all that crap. See, supposedly, everything that's happening now is still on Angel Island. So, you know, Knuckles seems to be the lone inhabitant of the place at the moment. Here on Angel Island, we have a very tropical area. We have a very tropical area. We have these grassy garden type areas. We have some kind of underwater city. We have the sea that never sleeps, basically, that being, crap! Didn't mean to hit that. That thing I hit right there was a Eggman monitor. Those things hurt you if you break them. Notice how I broke that without breaking the glass, by the way. That was what I was talking about earlier, about being able to break things without going through the ice. Which sucks. That was not intentional. As well as some other particular areas. Yes, it's supposedly all inhabited by one echidna. Now, if it's built by past... You could just say that most of these things are built by past civilizations, but, you know, the upkeep that would be required for Carnival Night Zone is kind of not something you would see Knuckles himself keeping up. Although, it could be... Aw, darn it, I lost the... Well, it makes sense, it was just a place where Knuckles would be entertaining himself. But really, Angel Island has to be pretty friggin' huge if this is the case. It has some crazy stuff on it. Okay, so this boss sucks. I'm glad I'm super. So I'm gonna explain to you why is it this boss sucks. It's completely random which thing shoots out what. Shoots out the air. When that air hits you, it freezes you like Tails just got frozen. But you would think that it would just be wait for the top one to blow and then jump up and hit it immediately afterwards, but like you just saw, the top one can blow twice in a row, so it's pretty much entirely luck-based as to whether you can actually hit this thing without getting hit at all yourself if you're not super. Oh well though. Huh, that's it for Ice Cap Zone, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's play Sonic 3 and Knuckles at Launch Base, where we will finish up the Sonic 3 portion of this game. Come on, Tails! Onwards!